Hello everybody and welcome to episode 20 of my Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Wow, it's become dark outside. It may be a little difficult to see at night, but behold, Fogbound Lake. Wow! That's incredible! Who'd expect to see such a big lake on a plateau that high? Those floating Volbeat and Lumies? So beautiful! Water constantly wells up from far below this place. It flows up so heavily that it has long formed this enormous lake. Now cast your eyes to the glowing area at the lake's center. Yes, I see it. It's radiating from below. That blue-green radiance, right? Step forward for a closer look. What could that be? I can't figure it out. But it's making my heart race. But why? Why should it stir me up so much? Why is my pulse speeding all of a sudden? That's fantastic! But what is that? It has such a mystical quality. That is a time gear. What? That's a time gear? Yes, I guard the time gear. It's the sole reason I'm here. Others before you have tried to trespass here, but I used my Groudon illusion to chase most of them off. Groudon? How'd you do that? That is something I create using my psychic abilities, like so. Oh god, he's back for another! There's no need to be startled. As I've said, it's just an illusion. What you fought was no more than that. There have been others before who defeated my Groudon illusion. They managed to make their way to this spot, but they were trespassers, so I took away their memories, and thus protected the lake. Took away their memories? Oh, that's right! We hope to ask you something, Uxie. Meet my partner, Liam. At present, a Pokémon. At one time, a human. Oh, really? A human? Yes, but Liam has lost all memory of being a human, so we're wondering, have you maybe met Liam before, Uxie? And did you take away Liam's memory? Has that ever happened? Did a human ever come here? Do you remember anything like that ever happening, Uxie? The answer is no. No human has ever come here. I should explain further. I erase only memories of Fogbound Lake. I cannot fully erase all memories from living beings. I had nothing to do with your friend's memory loss, nor anything to do with your friend's transformation into a Pokémon. The cause lies elsewhere. Oh well, that's okay. So it doesn't seem like you've been here after all, Liam. Uxie, we hope to meet you to learn more about my partner. What's that? A time gear! A time gear! Well, too bad. We can't take a time gear. Wigglytuff! Wow, fantastic! And who might this be? That's our guild master. Glad to meet you, friend. Friend. Glad to greet you, friend! Gaze upon this amazing view. Not even phased by Groudon. I'm delighted we came. La-di-da-dee-la-dee. Phew, here we are at last. No time to catch our breath. We've got to hurry. Hey, someone's over there. Let's go. Oh, holy! It's Groudon! Spit it out! Don't eat me, I'm not tasty. Hello to one and all, so what's wrong? Guildmaster! Oh, never mind that. Everyone, look out there. It's spouting! Pretty! Pretty! Huh? Oh my, so shimmery. Yup, some kind of pretty. Yes, the lake geyser erupts every now and then. It sends up water just like a fountain. And the time gear sends up illumination from below, while many illumies and Volbeat in harmony there are the very vision of beauty. The treasure must be the view of Fogbound Lake. Are you taking this view, Liam? This is so magical. It's really too bad that we didn't learn anything about your past, Liam. But I'm glad we came. I'm happy that I got to see such a beautiful scene with everyone. I'm truly happy. I'm glad I came too. Sure, it's true we never learned who I am. Hang on a minute. Uxie said he didn't know me. But if that's true, how did I know about this place? And that time gear? When I see that time gear, why does my pulse race when I see it? And this unease I feel, what does it mean? So sorry to have disturbed you. Had a fantastic time. Friends. I shall not take away your memories of this place. You have earned my trust. But I must ask that you keep this place a secret. Surely, thank you. We all know what we need to do. You know, another time gear has been stolen. This one must stay safe. We won't ever say a word about this place. I swear it in the name of Wigglytuff's Guild. Please hold true that promise. Okay, let's be on our way. Chat on, if you will. I'll hop to it, Guildmaster. Everyone, we're going back to the guild. Hooray! And so, the guild's long and challenging expedition finally came to an end. Wigglytuff and the members safely returned to the guild. For Liam and the apprentices, going to the guild meant taking up the standard training schedule. It was life as usual back at the guild. The clouds lifted from Fogbound Lake and its surrounding areas. The Exploration Team Federation has sent a message. Liam's team was rewarded. Its treasure bag is now bigger. You can now carry more items than you could before. Wait. There's one more message. Hey! The special episode Igglybuff the Prodigy has been unlocked. To play a special episode, yada yada. I'm not sure when I want to do this episode. Chapter 10, Dust Noir. The next morning. If any of you have any idea on when you think I should do the Igglybuff episode, I don't know, hit me up in the comments. It's been a while since we were woken up like that. And 3, smiles go for miles. Okay, Pokemon, time to get to work! Hooray! I guess it's time to get back to our guild training. Let's work hard at it. Now that's what I like to see, a lot of morning pep. Impressive! Let's see you put that pep to good use today. What? You can't identify the footprint? What do you mean? I'm trying to tell you I can't identify what I don't know. What's wrong? We have a Pokemon visitor up top whose footprint we can't identify. Dickless an outstanding sentry, so it's rare for him to be stumped by footprints. Those two are doing sentry duty to be no... Oh, really? Well, if it's so rare that Diglett gets stumped, what about when we first arrived at the guild? You guys couldn't recognize Liam's footprint. Right, Liam? Say again? You want to meet our guildmaster? Your name is Dustnoir? Oh, please wait just a moment. Dustnoir? The world-famous Dustnoir? Thank you for visiting. What an honor. No, think nothing of it. The honor is all mine. There is no greater pleasure than visiting Wigglytuff's guild. It's famous. Excuse me, Loudred? What do you want? Who's that visitor? Why is he so flamboyant? What? What? You haven't heard of Dustnoir? The famous explorer? Well, you know, I haven't heard of him. That's not surprising, really. He's a new arrival on the scene. He came out of nowhere like a comet. He became famous almost overnight. So his talents as an explorer are super exceptional. So this Dustnoir is really that amazing? Yeah, here's some more good stuff that I heard. He does things unlike anyone else. First, he doesn't work in a team. He does all his exploring solo. Alone? That's right, he's got to be pretty sure about his skills to do that. But what's even more incredible? His wealth of knowledge. It seems like there's nothing in the world he doesn't know. That's how much he knows. Wow, he's that knowledgeable? So the rumor goes. But he has used his knowledge to succeed on many explorations. So many Pokemon revere him for his achievements. That's how I know the claims about his mighty knowledge must be true. Does Dustnoir visit here often? No, this is his first time. That's why Diglett couldn't recognize him. Also, he doesn't have feet. I think the guildmaster just met him for the first time, too. Huh? Then why is he being that friendly? Well, that's just how our guildmaster is. Even if it's the first time he meets someone. I see. Well, that must have been quite a disappointment for your guild. Yes, that expedition was a waste of time. Didn't learn a thing about anything. I had heard that Wigglytuff's guild was mounting an expedition. I came here hoping to hear about your latest triumph. Sorry, we didn't learn a thing. Not at all. It's no trouble to me. This gave me an opportunity to visit you. I plan to stay in Treasure Town for a short while. May I visit with you occasionally during my stay? Your guild constantly receives news. Good information would be a big help. No problem. Other exploration teams visit us all the time. You're always welcome here. Everyone! This is Dustnoir. He's gonna stay in Treasure Town for a while. Mind yourself around him. Dustnoir is very famous and quite knowledgeable, so I bet everyone would like to get advice from him. But let's not overdo it. We don't want to be a nuisance. Now everyone, our guest might be famous, but don't embarrass us by asking him for autographs. No, if it's autographs you want, I'm sure that I can oblige. But information? I'm afraid you flatter me. I have very little information. I would be delighted if I could be of service. Anything you wish to ask, don't hesitate. Yep, it's a great honor. Oh, I'm so very glad to have met you. Come now, everyone. You're dismissed. I think I'll go for a stroll in Treasure Town. Please do feel free to approach me with anything. Good day. Oh, you two. I started saying earlier about your assignment for today. Today I want you to read over blah blah blah, take the list of jobs, blah blah blah. God, his voice. I'm still not quite sure what I want to do because there's such an obvious juxtaposition because, like, obviously, like, he's a ghost type, the whole dark association. But then there's the fact that, like, oh, he's this famous explorer, but he's also a lone wolf, but he also seems kind of like a nerd because he knows all this information. So it's like, what voice do you go to? Do you go with the dark and brooding voice? Or do you go with the ham? And I guess I just had to kind of smoosh the two together. So, yeah. I'm still not... That voice might change around somewhat. But overall, I think this is the general voice that I'm gonna try to do. Whoa. Oh, and the frame rate's back up again. I still don't know where it is. Let's take that. Let's see. Oh, Gen 4 came out in Pokemon Go, so that's pretty neat. So far, I've just got, like, the stars. But of course, the first Pokemon I catch is a CP10 Bidoof. If you don't play Pokemon Go, CP10 is basically the worst attack power you could possibly have. Wouldn't have it any other way. Like, I even got the team leader to analyze his IVs, and which are basically hidden stats, and they're just like, your Bidoof is not likely to make much headway in battle, and I'm just like, you're damn right he's not. It's like, it's perfect! Alright, so here we have something new. This is Xatu Appraisal. Now we can finally open these boxes. And these boxes are also why I have not yet done Krogan. At least if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, that reminds me of a really funny joke. It goes like this. Alright, everybody, it's time. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and it's time for another unboxing video. Shovel in hand, I enter the graveyard. I don't know, it's just a real... I just like the joke. Jukebox. Wee. Can you imagine, like, the painstaking length he had to go to make this little tent? Like, he must have spent so much time on it, it's kind of adorable. Like, I'm gonna make this tent, and I'm gonna make it look like me, and you cannot do anything to stop me. Alright, so we got this stuff. Sold for big money. Nice. Blah, blah, blah. What do you mean it was a fine expedition? We didn't learn anything. That was what we done. I mean, don't tell anybody. No. Gold ribbon. Whoa! That's a lot of moolah. A lot of greenbacks. Let's switch to a bit of British slang. It's a lot of wonga! Yes, that's a British slang word for money. Weirdest slang word I've ever heard, but I love it anyway. Oh yeah, back on the topic of Gen 4 and Pokemon Go. Funnily enough, instead of Shinx hatching out of certain eggs, it's, for some reason, Luxio, one of the two, his first evolved form, which, that's not supposed to happen. So they kind of messed up on that one. Which is kind of ironic because Luxio's Pokedex number is 404. In fact, in the trading card game, it's, his only move is called Disconnect. So they definitely knew about that. Krabby. Ahoy! Are you headed to the beach? Well, would you keep an eye out for something if you could? Recently, there have been bottles washing up on the beach. Looks as though there's something inside that bottle. You might want to look for bottles. Bottles washing up on the beach. Oh, there's something in them. I'm interested. I hope they don't use Miiverse. Let's see. Hey, there we go. There's a bottle. There's a bottle here. Huh? Looks like there's something inside. Try and take it out. Oops, you broke the bottle! Oh. Cracky Coast? Meh. Maybe later. No, what are you doing, me? Don't check it. You already saw it. Alright, let's get going. And let's go to Waterfall Cave. First floor. Back on Mars? Something very irritating happened to me recently. I was playing Dragalia Lost, the new Nintendo mobile game, which, by the way, is really... Kecleon, are you kidding me? You went to all this trouble of getting so many rugs, and then we're just like, I'm gonna sell a berry and a gummy. Like, did you really think this out at all? In any capacity? What are you doing, man? Anyway, it's really good. You should try it out. Very fun. But anyway, so I decided to go up against a boss. It was a Halloween-themed boss, because they're having an event right now. And it was at the extra difficulty, which is more than expert. I was about, like, I guess the equivalent of, like, if the levels were in the thousands, my team was, like, 7,500. And the recommended was 8,500. I got super close. Like, closer than I've ever been before. But time was running out, so I keep desperately going. 2 of my team members are down, but I'm still gonna get a lot of stuff if I make it. Never beaten one of the extra battles before. And then the time runs out. Now, that would just kind of be business as usual for the extra battles. Except, he had so little HP, I actually thought, like, that I'd killed him. But I hadn't. Like, I took a screenshot of it, I went back, and literally, it looks like it's the smallest amount possible without actually being a 0. And it's a monster house! Listen to this fantastic music. I'm gonna be, like, silent for, like, 30 seconds so you can listen to this great music. Oh, new team member, whatever. Okay, you've had your time. Okay, so monster houses. They're an interesting mechanic, returning from the first Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. And there are different ways to deal with them. First of all is, like, just brute force it. But one of the easier ways is to bottleneck. Effectively, you just go into the nearest hallway, and that way you can A, switch back and forth between your partner when one of you gets low, and B, then you only have to take on one, max 3 Pokemon at a time if they have a move that, like, I don't know, would you say clips around walls? I don't know. Usually, outlaws can summon them, I guess, but usually you'll just encounter them in dungeons. I'm not sure at what point they start showing up in dungeons. It might be right now, for all I know, but usually a clue to the fact that you're about to walk into a monster house is if there's a lot of items on the floor, like way more than usual. Like if it's like a decently sized room and there's like more than 4 items, it's probably a monster house. If it's a very large room, I'm not even sure if those can be monster houses, and it has like more than, I don't know, probably somewhere around 7 items, it's probably a monster house. And if it's tiny room, and it's got more than, like, 4, it could be a monster house. But yeah, monster houses got some of the best music in the game. It's really good. And I'm gonna send Poliwag home, I think? No, I'm just gonna eat a berry. Yeah, but anyway, I was so infuriated by that. Like, I still haven't beaten it. I haven't come nearly as close as I did. Because, like, everything was going my way in that. Like, the AI wasn't, for my partners, wasn't being as dumb as usual. They were dodging. I got to the end with my healer, and then just by the smallest amount possible. Just poof. Poof. I'm still kind of salty about it. Monster house, monster house. Monster house. Riveting commentary. Lately I've been listening to some different podcasts. Usually I just listen to the Adventure Zone, but I mean I've like listened to the whole thing like 3 times now. And so I started moving in. Okay, so if you don't know, the Adventure Zone is A, a really great podcast, you should listen to it, and B, it's done by 3 brothers and their father. They're named the McElroy brothers, Griffin, Travis, and Justin, and their father, Clint McElroy. They started out with a podcast called My Brother, and Me, where it's them minus their dad, just, like, talking, like, usually answering questions, like, it's purports itself as a, advice show for the modern era. Yes, they spell it like that. Ooh, outlaw. Anyway, so then they decided one day to play Dungeons & Dragons. And it eventually became an absolutely incredible story over 69, of course, episodes. And it's actually been made into a graphic novel, or at least, like, the first arc of it, from second books, called The Adventure Zone, Here There Be Gerblins. Pick it up if you're interested. But anyway, really great. But lately I've been listening to one of theirs, called Sawbones. It's by, Justin McElroy and his, wife, Sydney McElroy, who's a doctor. And they just talk about stuff in medicine that we got horribly, horribly wrong. Oh. He ran away. How did he run away in a room this small? Oh, hey. A Grimer. Goodbye, Grimer. And here was me not remembering how the mechanic worked and going around seeing if I can find Kabuto. I cannot find Kabuto. Eventually, I'm gonna go back here. We've only got, like, what, 4 minutes left in the video. So, yeah, it's gonna eventually... But anyway, it's really interesting. Like, really good podcast. They make a lot of really good podcasts. Every Thanksgiving, 2 of the McElroy brothers and some other podcasters convene to review Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 every Thanksgiving since 2015, and it's... The podcast is called Till Death Do Us Blart, and it's amazing. They just do a lot of really good quality podcasts. They did one called The McElroy Brothers Will Be in Trolls 2, about their unending saga to try and get a role in Trolls 2. You'll have to find out whether or not they did, unless you already know the answer, in which case, you know the answer. One called Schmanners, where Justin and his wife talk about, or no, I think it's Griffin and his wife talk about manners. Yay. And that's, I think, pretty much it for their podcast. They probably have more, but those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, The Adventure Zone, really good. Listen to it if you want. What else is there? Did you know when Poliwag evolves into... When it evolves at one point, the swirl on its belly changes direction. That's a completely useless fact. Yay, wee! Man, I'm really running out of ideas right now. I am total blank. This Chinese company is, like, making a phone that I guess they're trying to purport it as a competitor to the Nintendo Switch. Like, they, like, literally, like, called out the Switch. They were like, oh, this is better than the Nintendo Switch, but it's $1,000, so it's really not, and it's like, how are you gonna play Smash Bros. On your phone? How are you gonna wave dash now, huh, smart boy? How are you gonna do that? You can't. You can't wave dash on a phone. Too bad. So, yeah, that was kind of BS. Starlink Battle for... Now I know how he escaped. We did his bidding. We were the fools the whole time. Anyway, Starlink Battle for Atlas. Apparently some people's copies of the special edition have been shipping without the actual cartridge, which is kind of a big problem. Like, oops. Oops. I'm honestly scared of the voice that came out of my mouth just then. Uh-oh. This seems ominous. Oh no! Chief, we were really put in our place on that last expedition. Wigglytuff wrecked us, and I'm not about to let it go. So humiliating. I need payback, one way or another. But to be brutally honest, we don't stand a chance against Wigglytuff. I'm furious, it's burning me up. Whoa, there's gotta be some way we can get back at them. I'd settle for picking on Wimps. Oh, hey, instead of Wigglytuff, how would we take revenge on the Wimps in that Team Stice? Great idea. Whoa, we know that Team Stice is Wimpy because they kicked our butts. Time to do some plotting, boys. And that's gonna be it for episode 20. Yay, woo, episode 20. See you next time.